Well, here we are in California, just outside the Sequoia National Park, in the River Inn, which is at Three Rivers. And this is the view from our bedroom. And this is our room. And I have to tell you, this is a whole lot better than the standard of accommodation we're used to. This is a king-size bed. In this unit here we not only have a television, but in these cupboards we have a fridge at the bottom and a microwave at the top. And then we have coffee making facilities at this end. And here is the bathroom.
This is Hollow Pumpkin Bridge, just on the edge of the Sequoia National Park. The rivers are really full at the moment because of the meltwater.
Right. So these are the sequoias of the Sequoia National Park, and Pete's been trying to take photographs, but you can't really, the size is just, it defeats the camera, so he's instructed me to try the video. So this is an attempt with the video, but even then you just can't, oh, it's getting flare there, you just can't get the scale of these trees. The meadow area, which is too damp to grow in, and they're apparently a different species to those of the coast. This is a taller species.
No. A little family of bears in the meadow. Hope they don't take exception to it. At the moment they're minding their own business and I'm minding mine.
This is the Riverview Restaurant in Three Rivers, appropriately named, and as I wait for my bacon cheeseburger, he's got his beer. It's quite a pleasant way to spend an evening. I don't know whether you can hear me over the roar of the river.
Today we're on a walk through some of the less travelled parts of the forest where there are far fewer people around, and it really is quite different. There is this cathedral-like atmosphere. Very little sound, just the buttresses of the vast trees. This sequoia is showing a lot of sign of fire damage. Fire is an essential part of the sequoia habitat. The seeds aren't released from the cones until they've been exposed to fire. The fire damages only the outer barks, which, being spongy and full of air spaces, has good thermal properties, so the tree isn't actually damaged and the bark simply regrows. A lot of the trees we've seen are showing massive fire damage, but other pines are damaged by fire, and some of them seem to have been destroyed. The ash forms an essential medium for the sequoia seedlings to start. When the National Park was first operated, they used to suppress fires, but it was realised that sequoias were not regenerating, and it became apparent that it was this fire control that was causing a problem, so fires are now allowed to burn every few years. Although sequoias can generally shrug off the effects of fire, like these ones which have hardly had any damage at all, this obviously isn't always the case. There's a specimen here which seems to have been completely fried, and there's little but bark left. There's obviously been a fairly massive fire here. There's a number of sequoias which have been completely destroyed by fire. But young sequoias benefit from this, and this is the only place in the park where we've seen sequoia seedlings germinating. And here they are, coming out of this devastated landscape. This little family's been given a bit of a bad time, but they're fortunately going the opposite direction than we are. There's a mother there and a couple of cubs, and the two cubs are near her, which is good. They're pretty well just beside the trail that we were coming down, so they want to come down as we went up, so we did a lot of shouting and hollering. All that. No, manners.
This is a road coming down out of Sequoia National Park to Three Rivers. I'm videoing this for Pete so that he can have a look at the scenery, so at the moment he's just trying to keep the car on the road. 4 people. Oh, goodness.
We're on the beach at Santa Monica, but obviously being a Californian beach, it's got a 6-lane highway in front of it, and on the beach we have a huge car park. That's the pier over there, and here are a couple of dudes.
That was a $10
This is the oldest house in LA, going back to 1818. Although I'm not quite sure how authentic it is, because apparently it fell apart after the 1971 earthquake and has been restored. And right now they've got rather a nice market here. We're now up at the top of Eaton Canyon, or at any rate as far as you can go. As you can see, it's very popular with local people. Having a splash around in the pool. It's very hot up here, but not unbearably so. The scenery here is really quite dramatic.